I owe it all to you. Thank you. So this is it. I'm done playing. Because I want to give this everything I have.
Please stop!
Please accept my gratitude.
What the hell are you?
I am atomic.
Huh?
No way in hell did I have on my bingo card for the end of 2023 for freaking Sid to return back to Japan? Holy crap. How many times have we read a story, a manga, a manhwa, a light novel of some character who was OP returning back to Japan with retaining their powers? How many times have we read something like that? But I don't think I've ever seen a story of somebody getting isekai, gaining powers, and then coming back. I've always seen the alternate of somebody being a hero and coming back. Maybe I've seen it once, but like I was not expecting it. What a freaking twist. What a perfect ending. Like, okay. Really, like, I think episode 12, I think Eminence is Shadow season 2. I think this is qualifying, if not like the one of the best ending episodes of the freaking season. So we find out at the end of the episode that not only did Sid return back to Japan, but when he left, he didn't just get isekai like normie. When he left, there was some kind of rift, some kind of alignment that occurred that caused people in Japan, or at least in whatever world he was from, right? Whatever version of Japan that he's from, they had some kind of rift that occurred that caused them to get magical powers, and they went all cyberpunk and stuff too. Like, what the hell? Is so cool. So they're facing different monsters and entities and all this other stuff that we learned during our school lesson, which, oh my God, funniest scene ever during that lesson when Beta and stuff were going through the lesson of the bad guy. Of essentially, there's different realms that exist, and you have one core world that they seemingly other worlds, right? World 1, World 2, whatever, are rotating around. So there's like one solid core world that kind of like blasted off into the other worlds, and the world that Sid was just in was just one of them, and it's either the world he's from, the Japan he's from, you know, our world, I'll call it. It's either that's the core world that they're all centered around and orbiting, or it's just another one in orbit of, and the story's going to take us at some point to the core world. Whatever it is, like, oh my freaking God. Like, I am still relishing in just what an incredible episode that was. Not only did Sid, you know, and Shadow take on this huge monster, and he didn't even use his powers. He just used his new acquired string power to just annihilate this thing. But then the bad guy turned into a piece of the big monster, and the bad guy hit him with like the key line of, "What are you?" And he was like, "Me? I am atomic." And he goes, "What?" Like, my heart. Like, the atomic line gets me every time. The last couple episodes have been, you know, they've been pretty good, but they haven't been like amazing. This episode, though, oh my God. No, I'm sorry. The Princess Oriana, I'm misspeaking. I was talking on my ass. The Princess Rose stuff, I absolutely loved. The couple episodes prior to that were okay. It was like very okay stuff that I didn't really like. I didn't like the John Smith stuff. I'm trying to remember. Sometimes you speak out of your ass when you review too many animes. It's the John Smith shit that I didn't like, but then after the Princess Rose stuff, I thought was awesome. And this really put a cap in the Princess Rose stuff too. At the end, she was called Queen Rose, and she's saving this stuff. And we found out that the Oriana Kingdom at one point had opened up the realm seemingly before. So the tragedy that befell them before was something that they caused by opening up a spatial rift to these other worlds that brought in monsters that killed them. So they're the key, and they're going to be sacrificed. And like, oh my God, like so much lore and context that we were given this episode was just freaking awesome that I just absolutely love. But wow, that twist at the end of him returning, not only returning to Japan, but returning to like virtually the same place that he killed that one or beat up those one dudes at. Not only did he fight the cyborg version of the dude that he beat up originally, who has an obsession with him when he left, he got to beat him and dispose of him. But then the girl that started this whole show at the beginning, which originally when the show started, I was like, is it about her? Like, she's back once again, and she was like, Shadow. It's like she instinctually knew. She's like, this is my boy. This is my man's right here. She's like, I've been thinking about him nonstop since he left. Oh my God. Just so good, so craftily done. And like this opens up a whole new, like, I don't know how far the source material is along. I haven't looked it up or anything. You guys can school me in the comments. But I imagine this opens up a whole new world for him. Not only for him to now go and make this past world his oyster and rule once again and be as 𝐒𝐮𝐩𝐻𝐵𝐵 as he wants here with the powers to back it up, and the girl before too, you know, everything. But then you have a whole nother side story that can happen because the Shadow's leader, Shadow, just disappeared. So now you have them who can go and investigate the spatial rifts and investigate everything Diablos had and try and figure out, like, go and find 𝐶ID, go find their leader. And you have a bunch of stuff that's going to happen in there. So it's like you have these two conjoining stories that could potentially happen, and we could be hitting it from two fronts. Like, 2 episodes here, 2 episodes there. Like, we get another 24-episode season, and there's so much content, potentially, depending on how far the source material is, but there's so much potential content that was just created by introducing the multiverse and introducing realms and splitting 𝐶ID back into one of them. Like, oh my God. Anyways, you guys can tell I'm excited. The best ending of the season so far. Eminence's Shadow, one of the best new anime, you know, in just my opinion. I love Eminence's Shadow so much. You know, this is in a smaller category with me, like Eminence's Shadow, Mushoku Tensei, Spirit Chronicles. Sorry, I know it's garbage, but I love it. Spirit Chronicles. You know, we have a Shield Hero. You know, like it's in this category of just like, oh, it's so good. But anyways, let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. I appreciate you guys being here. Was this on your bingo card? Were you as surprised during this twist as I was? Because I didn't even see it coming. Like, I know if I maybe use 2 brain cells, I could probably like, oh, I bet he gets sent back at the moment they introduce the rifts. Like, I bet he gets sent to another world, or it just wasn't putting together for me until the end. I was like, oh, yes. All right, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. Love you guys sticking with me all season long. You guys are the effing best. Thank you guys for being with me through my ups and downs, shit opinions, good opinions, bad opinions, awesome opinions, all of it. I definitely appreciate it. Merry Christmas to all of you guys. And we'll see you in the winter season for a shit ton of other sorry, YouTube, a butt ton of other anime. All right, my friends. Peace.